Hey guys, welcome to Troy Time. Hey, check it out. I want to catch you up with an update on this Dollar Tree mid-size hydroponic grow tower. This thing is awesome, right? We just had a video recently where I did the prototype, and that was using all greens. And on that video, we talked about how you can grow anything on this. You can grow tomatoes, you can grow cucumbers, you can grow peppers. And I want to go over that today and talk about some of the different varieties that we're using and just what we're doing in general. So here you can see just a wide variety of different plants. This thing is so awesome. It's one of my favorite gardens. I'm really digging it this summer. We've got this mid-sized tower, and we also have a large-sized tower coming, and I'll show that build as well. But you can tell the plants are just doing awesome on here. There's all types of different varieties. We're going to go over each one just a little bit real quick and let you know exactly what you can grow. But you can tell the plants are already beginning to flower. They're all doing great. And that's using this wicking method. It's a wicking hybrid, hydroponic hybrid, and it's just awesome. There's 18 different spots on this planter, and it's 6 levels high, and it's hydroponically fed, right? I just got back recently from letting this sit. I'm doing some cleanup today, as you can tell, and it sat for a week, and it's still doing awesome. I didn't even touch it because I was gone for a while, but it's just beautiful. The plants are doing wonderful. I'm just doing a little touch up. I've got to prune a couple things, and we're just looking at this thing. I love this garden. It's a great beginning garden, perfect size for a tabletop garden, just beautiful. So here we got some greens. We've got some different types of lettuces. I've got all different types of lettuces, any type of lettuce you want. Here we've got showing that the tomatoes are already forming here. This is a tiny Tim tomato plant, so that's a great one to have. Perfect size, kind of grows like a little bush. Here we've got some Swiss chard. It's blooming out awesome. It's beautiful on this thing. I love it. Swiss chard tastes really good. I just started eating that this year. I really like it a lot. Green onions, right? You can do all kinds of different herbs. Here we just chose green onions, and those are doing great. What else we have over here? Let's see. On this side, we've got some red lettuces. I'm loving the red lettuces. You can grow all different types of lettuces, all different types of greens. Obviously, on the other one that I just showed, you can't even see the tower once they get blooming. So it's amazing. But I love the deep reds of these. This, I believe, is a red rose, I believe is what that one's called. There's also some Lola Rosa around on some of these. Yeah, and peppers. So here, I believe this is a banana pepper just getting going. He's doing good, and I think we have a Medusa pepper on the other side that's also starting. Very small. The Medusa is like a decorative plant, a decorative pepper, but still edible, really good. Here's another tiny Tim. He's just getting his flowers. He's going to give us some tomatoes. And then also we've got cucumbers on here. This is, I believe this is some basil coming up right here on the side. Basil grows like wildflower. Again, this is a wicking method, so there's a dirt substrate that holds it, but it's being fed from the center. Here's some beet plants here. It's being fed from the center by hydroponic fluid, hydroponic liquid nutrients inside. And so it's just working wonderful. It's so lavish. They grow so big and strong, and you can just grow just any type of vegetable that you want. Just basically, you have to mind the variety, okay? So if you grow a variety, you want it to be a snack variety, a patio variety, or a dwarf variety. As long as you choose one of those three options, it's going to work great on this tower. It really is. This is the mid-sized tower, so we do have larger tower coming as well. But this mid-sized tower is just awesome. It gets so lavish, and just the greens are just projected outward in such a nice way. The way that they flower and fill everything. This has only been going for a little while. I think we're at the 3-week, 4-week mark, something like that. A couple things were planted in. The green onions we took from the store, and we trimmed those down and stuck those in there. But everything's just growing really, really well. Basically, you can fill it up once a week and just leave it like that. Those are those tomatoes, man. They're doing good. I like it. So those are Tiny Tim. Remember, dwarf type varieties, patio type varieties, and snack snack type varieties. Here's some peppers just getting going here. Like I say, I think those are banana peppers. If I'm not, might be a bell. I'm not exactly sure. I have some lavish red stuff here. I did red sails. I did red rose, I believe. A couple different things, but any greens are going to work in this here just fine. More on the peppers here and the basil. Basil's growing like wildfire. Man, I love this stuff. Just a great little garden. I did the build video on the previous video when I talked about the prototype with the lettuces. So I'll leave that in a link on this video here. Definitely check the description for a link to that video, and it'll show you how to build it. Super inexpensive, guys. This whole thing, super inexpensive. Here, oh, the lettuce got chewed up by a rabbit. If you didn't see my rabbit video, he got into my gardens. The lettuce thief, I called it on that. Go back and check the little cartoon. This is what it looked like before. So he had a feast, right? So Can't blame him too much because that looks so good. But yeah, he chewed it up pretty good. So we're going to have to move some things around. We might have to put up a little bit of fencing, something like that. He's getting into a lot of my stuff. There's a whole family of rabbits that live under my shed. It's fun to see them in the morning, but man, they're starting to really take their toll on my harvest now. Here's that chard, Swiss chard. And we even had some mustard greens in here that were doing really, really well. But yeah, we're gonna do. That's the other thing that's great about this is that it's just in a stacking planter and it's just kind of slid in place. So super easy to move things around. So I've got some green onions up here. Probably what I'm going to do is just move those to the bottom, act like a little bit of barrier, maybe try and keep some of the animals off some of the stuff that's higher up. So I'll show you that today, how simple that is. There's no transplant shock or anything because it's in this cup and you can just move the entire cup and wick as one. So that works out just beautifully. And yeah, just taking a look around, just showing you how we're growing these things. I love this garden, man. It's one of my favorites. It's just so fun, so easy, so inexpensive. I think this whole garden is less than $20. It's like $6 for the stackables, and it's like another $4 for the inserts, and then $1 or something for the wick. It's not much at all. Throw some soil in there. You can even use junky soil because it's going to get all the nutrients from the actual hydroponic nutrients. It's not getting the nutrients from the soil. And so just super excited about this. One of my favorite gardens. I'm definitely going to be growing a lot of these in the fall. This is just the second one. The first one was a prototype. This is just the second one I've thrown together. I'm just trying to show the variety. That's the whole point of this video, is that you can grow anything in this. Cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, people's favorite stuff, all their favorite greens, green and red lettuces, herbs, everything. I'm trying to just show the diversity here. Man, I can't express how much I love this garden. It's a really, really good one. Super simple. It can fit anywhere, tabletop, and you're just going to get a great harvest. Lots of fun. You know, if you feel like you're too old to get down and bend over and do all that kind of stuff, this can be right on your tabletop. So that the ergometrics are great. You're moving from your hips to your shoulders. It's just perfect, right? So yeah, it's just a great little garden, and it's inexpensive, so anyone can do it. And that's one of my favorite things. And it's just beautiful, man. And this is just, it hasn't even fully matured yet. If it gets like the other greens, you won't even be able to see the planters at all. It'll just be a lavish, just a luxurious jungle of vegetables and food, which is amazing. But I want to show you here how easy it is to move this stuff. That's coming up. But mainly I'm just kind of giving you a look around. And I just put all these frames of the pictures I took, and I'm just kind of talking over, just letting you see it. I love this garden. It's a wicking hydroponic hybrid, like I said, and you can grow anything. The basil, the herbs, you know, you could put this right on a table on your back patio, on your back deck, and have your herbs, all different herbs available right to you, or all your greens for your salads, and then right into your tomatoes and peppers and everything as well. So that's the one the rabbit got. So we're going to move that, right? We're going to try and do a few things. What I might do next time is put all of my green onions on a level below, so they make like a little bit of a fence or a little bit of barrier to keep that eating from happening. Or I might lift these up on another pedestal to keep it away from the rabbit itself. And he entirely ate my entire cucumber. He took the plant out and ate that. So we got to replace that. So we're going to do that here. I'll show you. So these just pop right out. That's the beauty. They're on a wicking little cup and they sit in there diagonally. So you can just pull them right out of their slot. It's beautiful. It's so simple. So here I'm going to pull these green onions out just like that. You just slide it right out. All right, it slides right out, and then you can just slide it right back in, right? It's awesome. It's really, really good. So the wick, it just goes right in. So there I've got the green onion sat down beside. So we'll just pull this other one out, and we're going to put that in its place. And we'll probably stick a pepper in that one as we put it back up at the top. But yeah, so the wick just goes down in there, right? And it travels right inside its cup. It could not be easier. Slide it out and slide it right back in. Beautiful. Sticking it in there at the top, right? You just want to make sure that the little rim is over the top of the next level. That's what kind of locks it in place. And it's really, really good. And there's the green onions slid right back in its slot, right? So right there on the bottom, they're kind of making a little wall. Next time I build one of these, I'll probably put green onions all around the bottom, just to kind of help it be a little more secure. So I'm pulling this pepper plant out of a pool noodle situation that we had growing in another garden. And I wouldn't normally go from hydroponics to soil, because that can kind of be a death sentence for a plant. But since this soil is so infused with the hydroponic nutrients coming from the wick, it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. So all we have to do is just take it right out of that pool noodle and then stick it right in the pot. There's a look at this. He's even got one little pepper growing on him. So we're going to let that pepper stay there, and we're just going to put him in this pot and let him do his thing. Just like that. So yeah, so he's planted. He's going to be fine. He might wilt for a day just because of the soil difference, but he'll be right back and popping. So not worried about him at all. And you can move things in and out in different places. You can move things in different pots, but it just makes for a beautiful, beautiful garden. It's small enough also so that you can rotate it. So if you thought the back wasn't getting enough sun, it's light enough to where it'll spin, just spin right around. Look at how beautiful, how nice. Whatever you want to grow, you can grow it in this garden. I'm telling you, it's a great size. It's a great price. You just can't beat it. And being that hydroponic wicking system, it really helps act as a safety net, as something like the cracky system. Normally, if you missed a day or two, if the reservoir went dry, those plants are gone. But this one, you have about a 3-day kind of grace period. If you do drain the reservoir, they're going to survive just in the soil. So it's a nice little safety net to have. But yeah, just a beautiful garden. I hope you like it. Definitely subscribe to my channel. We've got bigger gardens, similarly grown, and some different kind of configurations as well coming. All kinds of different gardens this year, as well as all the other material on my site. My site's based on self-sufficiency, so we do solar, we do canning, we do food cooking and preserving, we do wilderness survival and gardening, outside gardening, inside gardening, hydroponics. It's a great channel. Also, we have a Facebook group. It's called Troy Time 02, Plants, Preps, and Pups. So go subscribe to that group, that Facebook group, because it's growing. Thanks for being here, guys. I hope you like these gardens. This thing's one of my favorites. I hope you're building this at home along with me. Thanks for being here. This is Troy Time. As always, we love having you here. Make this garden, man. It's amazing. Check back soon. Subscribe. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel. We'll talk to you again soon. This is Troy Time. I'm out.